Please subscribe.
The area between luxury and only premium automobiles is a misty distance where the Nissan Maxima, the brand's flagship sedan, claims against the likes of the Toyota Avalon, Hyundai Azera, Kia Cadenza, and Chevrolet Impala, to mention only a few. What are the deciding factors? Clearly, it is more than cost. Like all cars in its class, it easily can be outfitted to climb over the $40,000 frontier, and the top-of-the-line Platinum Edition, our test subject, begins at $41,225. That is barely a down payment for any Rolls-Royce. They may not even let you in the door with so little money. But for 95%ers, 40 grand is a significant amount, and in their own eyes had the industry not devised the premium class that Maxima would qualify as a luxury. Or it might with an Infiniti tag on it. Another distinguishing characteristic of the course is that the cars discuss their mainstream brand names with lower-rung versions like the Corolla, Elantra, Forte, Cruze, and Sentra. Premium rewards. Leaving aside the badge prestige variable, let us check the significant looks elements here. Nissan calls it cashmere, the other alternative being charcoal, but it is a really light hue that dictates no chocolate ice cream cones be allowed indoors, ever. It's tough to appreciate his Nissan's wood grain trim, also, which is supposedly inspired by mahogany. Its appearance on the instrument panel, door trim, and center console is one of those updates that come standard with the Platinum trim level, and it makes a case for selecting the marginally less costly and slightly more driver-oriented SR version we analyzed in mid-2015. Whatever the optics, there is lots of space inside, comprehensive infotainment and connectivity, first-rate sound, upscale appointments, quality materials, and reduced levels of interior noise no matter vehicle speed or sidewalk surface. On the exterior, the Maxima might not possess the understated elegance of high-end rides from Europe or the in-your-face identity of recent Cadillacs. However, its various angles and creases make it at least as fascinating to look at as any Azera or Impala. And that front-end remedy Nissan calls this new family seem to be motion leads to a curbside existence which makes it difficult to ignore. It is only skin deep. Checking under the sheet metal, the luxury car debate gets a bit feeble. The naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 cranks up decent horsepower, enough to propel our 3,607-pound test car to 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds, not just thrilling but consistent with the criteria of its competition. Despite its 300 horsepower, the Maxima's powertrain is the important factor keeping it from the luxury rankings. Front-wheel drive and Distronic continuously variable automatic transmission, CVT, don't surpass rental car norms. Nissan has been a pioneer in CVT development, and the Maxima indicates this once reviled apparatus is edging toward acceptability among individuals who like to push. But a firm foot on the accelerator is needed to enter the step-shift logic. Moderate throttle inputs still create strong hints of the traditional slipping clutch CVT response, a feeling of the transmission helping to keep up with the engine. On back streets, the top Maxima provides a surprisingly good account of itself, using a button-down chassis and suspension tuning that is firm enough to maintain cornering attitudes reasonably level and answers to steering inputs reasonably prompt. There is a sport way to sharpen answers a bit, but the phenomenon is exactly the same. Front drive is front drive, and the attribute is common to each of the Maxima's premium competitors. This car might not have the prestige cred that goes with the recognized luxury brands, and as we have already observed in our evaluation of the SR model, the marketing pitch that it is a four-door sports car is akin to suggesting that a Shetland pony is a great bet to win the Kentucky Derby. But evaluated for what it provides, the Maxima's hedonism is incontrovertible. If labels and logos are not terribly significant, luxury is a quality that is experienced through the eyes, the hands, the ears, and the seat of the trousers. And by those indices, the Maxima scores maximum points on the premium scale.